morning, guests. Good morning, Academy.
Good morning.
My name is Matt Jones. I'm honored and privileged to be operations for the 2023 State of Alaska Intermediate Wildland Fire Academy. I'd like to thank you all for taking time out of your busy day, your busy schedules, to come out here and celebrate this special moment with our cadets. At this point in time, I'd like to introduce my boss, our Brentwood Reed.
Thanks, Matt. I have had the privilege and the honor to participate in several academies throughout the years. And every one of those have been profoundly enriching and rewarding. And this one is no different in that regard. Now, there are some differences between this academy and those academies. We are all aware of the resource shortages that all the fire organizations throughout the United States and the state of Alaska as well are facing. In the past, the cadre would have been sort of a mishmash of technicians throughout the state that were available and were able to come help put this academy together. That's not the boat we were in this year. We're aware in January that we were going to have the availability of technicians, that no one is available. This cadre we have here is handpicked by Mr. Jones for their expertise and their experience. And have been planning since January to put together this academy we see here. Now, there have been some hiccups along the way, some last minute changes. But the academy, the cadre we brought together, I'm very proud to have worked with these folks. The student body, the cadets for this academy are also quite different. We have 2 initial attack emergency firefighters. The rest are from the organized crews. We haven't seen that before. And as these crews are rebuilding their programs, they're sending their firefighters here to the academy to fine-tune your skills. And that's what I saw. There was a profound difference was usually when we have an academy, type 2 firefighters show up, they've got everything hanging out for the first couple of days. It's pretty sloppy. We do a lot of push-ups. That wasn't the case here. You were already coming in quite tight, which was remarkable to see. And you got up on step really fast. You gelled as a crew very quickly, which was an inspiration to all of us. I have to say, I was personally pleased when you finally got your strategy for the little buddies together, because I don't know if I could have handled another 140 push-ups in the evening. Those, if we think of like climbing Mount Everest, the first part of that journey is very easy. As you get to the top, those last few steps take every bit of effort that those climbers have. To get one step higher when you get to the top takes much, much more effort. And you have already started at a high level. You have gelled and you have moved up quite a lot since you've arrived here. It's been a struggle, it's been painful, and it's been remarkable what you achieved since you arrived at this academy. I'm particularly pleased to see how the culture of our organized crew have melded together. Gannett Glacier, Yukon crew, White Mountain, and the culture of Pioneer Peak has all mixed together. And so now when you go back to your crews, you put on your colors from your other crews, you have your brothers and sisters on your crews that you're going to work with. But now you also have brothers and sisters on the other organized crews. And so when you see each other on the line, there won't be that separation. Gannett Glacier, Yukon crew, White Mountain, you're all Alaska wildland firefighters.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. At this point in time, I'd like to bring up Cadet Priscilla Turpin. She will sing the Alaska State Song. I'd like to bring up Cadet Ernest David to present the Academy colors.
Stars of gold on a field of blue.
the blue of the sea, and the evening sky, the mountain lakes, and the flowers nearby, the gold of the early sourdough streams, the precious gold of the hills and streams, the brilliant stars in the northern sky, the bear, the dipper, and the shining high star with its starry lights. Oh, and see a beacon bright, a light to Alaska's deep flag of the last frontier.
The next evolution here is one of my favorite. It always makes me smile. I don't smile a whole lot, quite a bit there. So we do this for several reasons. Note taking, so our cadets can learn how to take good notes, which is a critical, intricate part of fighters, especially at the squad boss level, which all these folks are training for at this time. For command presence and public speaking, and of course the other aspect, to know each other. So at this point in time, introduce your partner.
Morning.
Good morning.
Very good. New friend. Tyler James Bruce. Okay, this here's Tyler James Berlinski. 1986. Phoenix, Arizona. He lived there. He's 37 years old right now. He likes climbing. He likes to hike in the mountains. He also likes climbing. He loves the mountains. It's his favorite place to be. And just pretty much every day we're landing out, and he's trying to calm down. Don't go running away. Got class. And that's his favorite place to be, best version of himself. And he also ran 4 Ironman triathlons. And just from doing that, just making joining 5Q here in Alaska. All that. And yeah, joining 5Q. And he also ran 12, 15 marathons. He lived in Seattle, Washington, Lived there for about 4 years. His time there, hiking and climbing. He learned gardening, vegetables, all kinds of vegetables, but his favorites were sweet potato. For Alaska, he went river rafting all the way from the Yukon to Glacier Bay. He loves Alaska. Sports he played were baseball. His dad was a professional baseball player. Also, his grandpa did too. So, his dad and his grandpa. Chainsaws and running them. We moved to Fairbanks last year. Yeah. He does some fishing. He would like to someday. Favorite food is chicken Alfredo.
Well, thank you for that. This morning, I'm going to introduce you to this guy, Peter Tamaganuk, or as we've been calling him, Tom. As those of you on the Yukon crew are aware, he is a man of often few words. And as I was getting to know him, I'm asking him kind of the surface question: what's your favorite food? Your favorite, size of your boots, whatever. And he wasn't really giving me much. He was just kind of like, yeah. It wasn't when I said, where you could travel anywhere. Where would you go? He said, I don't know. I just like Alaska. It's going to be kind of hard to get all this information out of this guy. But I realized the point of the exercise color is to get to know who you are as a person. And so what I learned about him is that he's not just like thinking about all that he wants and that he's trying to get. He's much more rooted. He's much more grounded. While I wasn't getting much out of him on your favorite color and things like that, when we would talk about hunting and fishing, he's been doing his whole life, and he would talk in great details how he sets it up in the ice, and it was amazing to hear him just go, especially somebody who wasn't talking all that much. Place that on our map we call Hooper Bay, although he explained to me that there was not always called Hooper Bay, and before that it was called Nahariya. Close? Pretty close. I've been working on it for a week, and that's as good as I can do. He explained that that's also the name of his tribe, his people. And I think it's important that we look, even if we're not quite on to him. Now lives in Quebec. He has 9 older brothers, and he's been a number of years. Last year was his first year on Yukon crew, and so there we go. In the winter, when there's not as much fire or basketball, he said he really gets into it. I said, how are you going to beat me on the court? He said, it's the speed. And that would be accurate. Almost all of them. I was going to say that. He said, no, I love all my kids. And so I need to clarify that. What are the things that you want to instill in your children? The most important, and he said respect and loving everybody like yourself. I mentioned the importance of learning and learning to listen and learning through listening. What I like the most about Peter, or what I've come to really enjoy about him, some of you might not have gathered, he's a really funny guy. Last night in our bunks, he had me. He's got a spot on impression of Mr. Jones, man. Spot on. Coming into this month, rather, I was taking a walk with my friends. She was telling me fire, and she said something that didn't make any sense to me at the time. She said, talking about this, she said, I'm homesick for that. And I didn't really, but as this week's gone on, as I've gotten to know this guy, as I've gotten to know you guys, how I'm going to feel about this experience a month from now, a year from now, a decade from now, he's talking about it. I think I got a little glimpse of it. And I'm really grateful for that. Thank you.
Nice work. Next, I'd like to introduce my cadre for State of Alaska Wildland Fire Academy. The that these individuals have brought is nothing short of extraordinary. Instructor SOPs consist of 2 full pages of rigid procedures that require nothing less than 110% energy. These SOPs are a huge ask. Individuals embraced that ask and left thing in their tank, and then reached deep and spent that as well. As I introduce these folks, please hold your for the sake of time today. Mr. Ben Taslina Hotshot, former Pioneer Peak Hotshot, now a cooperator out of Daniel Streeloff, former Organic Glacier Fire Crew and former out of Girdwood, Alaska, State of Alaska DOT employee. Jesse Sloan, Southeast District Fire Management Officer. Mr. Northwest District Fire Management Officer, Kansas Forest Service. Mr. Nick Cooley, paramedic, fire medic program.
I just want to say that an absolutely extraordinary opportunity. Not only the cadets, but for myself. The opportunity that we've all had here to grow and shoot for the stars and reach down in the bottom of our hearts to be able to build our team and organization together as a whole has touched me more in this endeavor than I expected it would. And having the opportunity to be able to be here, this group of cadre, and the opportunity to build you guys up together has just been an absolute joy. Thank you.
And two, this job's always been my favorite job. Taking it to a teaching aspect has been a pleasure, or a passion of mine. Here's, first academy and to this academy, only the 2 of them, but the students from where they start to where they finish, it's just one of the proudest. Every time I see it, I never forget it. It's always been amazing. And I know I'm really proud of you guys. As I told you all last night, yourself, because what you accomplished here has literally been nothing
Cadets, I'm proud of each and every one of you. You've earned this. This is your day to express what a privilege it was for me to share knowledge and experience, and in the amount of knowledge that you taught me. I'm forever grateful, inspired to know that we have a group of individuals, men and women like yourself, in the fire service. So thank you for this opportunity and congratulations.
I echo everything. Your efforts from day one to now, I commend all of you on that. To be students of fire, and I expect to see every one of you out up here and down to Lower 48. Also, I'd like to thank the state of Alaska for the year and train these future firefighters. Because like we said, you guys are I just look forward to seeing you.
It's been an honor to be able to help you guys get the tools needed to keep yourself safe, keep others in emergency situations. It's been a real honor. It's definitely something Academy, just learning from you guys and teaching you guys. Be proud of you guys.
Thank you, gentlemen. Stay in your place, if you would, please. At this point in time, bring up Cadet Gavin Bennett, Cadet Anton.
I'll be reading the State of Alaska Academy's mission statement. The Academy mission statement. Alaska's Wildland Fire Academy strive to build a strong moral compass, effective leadership, and solid firefighting fundamentals. Our core values and SOPs, we will instill work ethic, professionalism, and confidence that they will apply at every incident and as leaders in their future endeavors. Thank you.
The Academy core values: pride, remembering who you are, where you come from, work, confidence through success and failure, honesty, holding yourself accountable, commitment, dedication to the success of the mission through self-sacrifice and willingness to give your all, being ready for pre-season, daily, and future opportunities, resilient, and recruit through the ability to accept and overcome whatever challenges you may face.
Now, I remember when I first spoke to Carrie Hale back in January when we launched this, a lot about consistency and how that is important to the future of the state of academies. And if we have consistency along with those core values statement, we can continue to build our esprit de corps, our ethos. With those, we can pave the way for future academies, therefore paving the way for ground pounders and our future leaders. And more than anything, I'd like to thank my, cadre for contributing to that mission. 2023 Intermediate State of Alaska cadre. Thank you, gentlemen. Seated, please.
So as you can imagine, quite a lot of effort went into putting this academy together. And I want to recognize some folks that were instrumental in making sure that this smoothly, and we had the support that we needed to make this. This academy was originally intended to be put on a tote last minute, we started getting photographs from Tok and throughout the state, and realized no, probably wasn't going to be the experience that we were looking for teaching wildland firefighting. Literally, the Friday before we started flying, the training operators scrambled to find a new venue somewhere that would have been this, and we found this lovely place here. First of all, I would like to recognize Myers from the Birchwood Camp. If you wouldn't mind standing up, please. Her staff scrambled, got this place set up for us, and they ate 3 wonderful meals a day, great attitudes. They even put the firing line in that we all pretty much got the camp crud, and I think camp crud because they were there with us morning, noon, and night to make sure we had so much. I also want to recognize Carrie Hale, the state training officer. Got all the training officers together, got the incident commanders and the leads for and all the hours that she put into making this, knowing that this was not the only academy. There are 5 academies that this training, and they're all kind of happening at the same time. We have 2 more to go, which we will be leading. Thanks, Carrie, for all your hard work. The other training officers, Kelly DeSolo, the Coastal Region Training Officer. I also want to recognize the Northern Region Training Officer. And then Nate Zaleski, the Academy Coordinator, for all that they've all done to bring us to this point. Thank you so much. So, this academy, there's a lot of work, but this just doesn't happen by chance. There's a lot of effort, finding the students, finding the funding. It's a very costly endeavor, and we need the people, we need the resource page. We're going to hear from a couple of agency folks. At first, we're going to start with Ben Schrage, Glacier, to give us the cruise perspective on what this academy means. Ben.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks again for putting all this on. It means a lot to us as a crew, but for everybody in the state of Alaska. Touch on a few things, but I wrote it up some a little speech here. Appreciate each and every one of you and all the time and effort that you put into this. So, and I'm the acting superintendent of the Gannet Glacier Fire Crew this year. Based out, this will be my 9th fire season in the state of Alaska. I spent 1 year on the Nana Fire Crew, and this is my 3rd season on Gannet Glacier. All over. And hoping to impart some of the wisdom and the experience on my fire career onto the next set of leaders coming up. First and foremost, all of you on completing the Intermediate Fire Academy this year. I complete, and you guys have all been pushed both physically and mentally throughout this academy, while under great leadership. Fire can be overwhelming, but always remember the basics. You can't become a master of anything. No matter how complex an assignment, you can always break down the basics to get the job done safely and efficiently. I used to fall back upon, I was taught my very first day of fire, which you guys all may have heard before. Now it's just to breathe,
relax, keep the pace, and put. I've used this to get through the hardest days on days outside of fire. And sometimes I tell myself these 4 basic things, they push me through, break through that mental barrier that I have. That just push on to then get the job done safely for my people. I have no doubt that the leadership that you've been working on, firefighters and leaders, as they have taught me well during my fire career and continue to bring to the next generation of leaders. I would like to encourage all of you to take the skills and experience of this academy and bring them back to your crews, your organizations, pass on the plethora of information to the next group of leaders in your organization. Just remember, as leaders, it is our duty to provide guidance, training, opportunities, and all around us while providing for safety first. At times you will struggle to find a leadership style that works best for you and your organization. One quote that's helped me is approach them with dignity and they will be reverent. Be diligent, be loyal, promote the able, and teach the competent, and they will work positively for you. To me, this helps me learn to treat others with respect and compassion. Time and energy to teach them, the impossible becomes the possible. So it might take you longer than others to find your voice, your style, and that's okay. It took me multiple seasons to find my voice style. Some people are quicker on it than others, but that's all right. For us, the leaders, is write people off. Everyone, no matter how much experience system they may hold, and how much training they have received, all have a value. That starts here. It starts with you guys. You guys are building that leadership on that information to your next group of folks. This unit is operating as a 14-person module. Our goal is to build firefighters and leadership. This year, we're working on rebuilding the crew through quality training, but more importantly, to build a solid foundation for firefighters to fall back upon. I know some of you are currently part of a crew, have been on a crew, interacted with the crew. I know crew life can be difficult, that's sometimes realistic, impossible, or even mundane. On a crew, you usually complete the impossible, to rely on each other to make the mundane, entertaining, realistic a reality. Use each other's strengths and weaknesses to your advantage. Each other up, build something greater than yourself to be able to come that you'll be assigned out there. Build up others. Teach each other. But most importantly, rely. On crews, we spend 6 to 9 months together. We eat together, sleep together. We work closely with each other. We sweat, bleed, and shed tears. We get to know those around us very, very well, becoming a very tight-knit family. And that's here. It's not the work, it's not the hours, it's the people. People are what now I know. I build up that next group of people. I know that with my training to that, but then impart that training to the next group of people and improve upon it, make it better. Always. I hope you guys all have a great season this year. Whatever challenges may pose upon you, just remember, people come first. Take all this academy and impart it on those around you. If anybody has a life, I'll be happy to answer them at a more appropriate time afterwards. Come up to me with any questions you may have at a future time. Thank you.
As we have academy, the leaders are going to set the tone for the crew, whether you're a module, a team, or an entire organization. For an organization to succeed in their goals, they have to have a strong leader, a great vision that can communicate that vision and can connect and convince them, help them see that vision and get this. As we've seen, and I can tell you from being an IC at this academy, it takes a lot of different people to be able to pull something like this off. Blow that up into the whole vision of rebuilding the state of Alaska fire program. We happen to have the Chief of Fire and Aviation for the state, and this is his mission. And so I'm pleased and honored to welcome Norm, Chief of Fire and Aviation for the state of Alaska.
Guys, Reverend, thanks. Awesome job, you guys. Awesome job. Yeah. We got the best of the business right here teaching you guys. Now, we've heard a lot of applause for these guys, for yourselves, for the staff. I'm going to ask you to do one more huge round of applause for probably the most important people in what we do. We can't do what we do every day. You couldn't be here for the last 2 weeks. You can't from May through whenever California's done in October, November, without their support. Here you mentioned you got 5 kids. That's a huge thing to leave behind. So quick round of applause. And we can't do what we do without them. So you're our family, they're our family too. And that's, I want you to remember that through this season. You get those opportunities, things it takes to keep things going back home while you guys are out doing what you're doing. I know you want to there, but you're here for a reason and for a good reason. We need you. So thank you for that. Real quick here, because I don't get into my position without being a talker, so I will keep it short. I look back at my career and everything that kind of set me up for what I do now, whether I'm incident commander for a incident management team, as an FMO with the crew, with that crew background, and this training. You got the best in the business right here doing that for you. And that starts with that grit. What you guys went through this week, some of you have been doing this fire for a bit, it takes work ethic, it takes high character, integrity. You get that within, and sometimes it takes a group like this and your crew and your crewmates to help bring that out. But you guys all got that, and that's what we need in this business. 448 internationally to help get through what we're doing. So we got changing times. The fires are big we've ever seen in history. You guys are part of a changing transition, and we need people with that. Thank you for that. From the bottom of my heart, we can't do what we need to do for the public we serve without folks like. Thank you very much for that. That's huge, and I hope you realize how important that is to the great people that can do what you do, or want to do what you do, or make the sacrifices as to what you're going to do for the next part of your career. And whether you stay in fire or you go on to a different job, whatever that might be, what you learn here and what you take away from those crews is going to be what it is. You can go on and be an attorney, a school teacher, or whatever, but what you learn here is that work ethic. You're going to carry that with you for the rest of your lives. And it's awesome. And I'm glad to see you guys are part of it. Take time to enjoy it, because you're going to see things and go places that a lot of people don't get a chance to work with people like these guys here that you don't get many places, and take the time to enjoy that. I realize what an opportunity is and a privilege, and take a chance to learn from every opportunity you get from folks like this. Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for the folks who have been doing this already. What you're going to do for us this summer, for your communities in Alaska. I mean, I appreciate that. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Like this and listen to this group and you guys and listen to that song, which, by the way, was the best line I've heard in my life. This gives me the drive to do what I have to do all winter and funding and put stuff like this together. This is what it's all about. So I appreciate it. I want to thank you for that. And hopefully we can keep you guys motivated to be part of this as well. But thanks. Take care, guys.
Next, we have some of our cadets that requested. We highly encourage that. It's phenomenal to see the changes. Folks come in here, the cadets come in here, and they're quiet and they're meek, a bit low, and they have no command presence public for them. And you see that transition from day one to extraordinary. And that's part of what we call the human factor in wildfire. It's really what still attracts me to the business, as Ben Schrage kind of alluded. It's no longer the adrenaline rush. It's no longer big fire, initial attack. It's the human factor. It's the people that show up. These people here give me faith in humanity. As the world and our country struggles, that America is still a great place, and Alaska is a phenomenal state to live in. I'm going to bring up our student, our cadet speakers, Cadet Ketra Pope.
I would not have done that. And a week ago, I would not have volunteered to come up here and talk to you guys. And because of the things that you have taught me in the last week that I'm standing here in front of you. All of you, I've learned so much from all of you this past week. So thank you very much for that. I'm here and talk to you all about the knowledge that I've learned this past week. We talked about fire weather. I can grab a belt. Weather kit, swing weather for you right now. We learned about LCS. I could talk about case studies and why LCS is important. That changed us. We could talk about that for a long time. But that's not what I want to talk about up here. On the first day that we got here, we sat around fire pit and we were asked, and I thought about that. And for me, year that I'm not comfortable with, I'm not ready for. I'm the initial fire crew. This is my third year in fire. And for me, I wanted skills out of this experience because when I first showed up here, I was feeling, I hadn't found my voice at all. And that's what I wanted to get out of this experience. Notes that I wrote down throughout the week here, and I want to share those. The first one is trying will not always count. You must deliver. The second one, hijacked by tough decisions. And the third one, if we base our decisions on people, most of the decisions we make will be good ones. I'm going to minute, but first I want to share a story. I know I learned last week, and I know there's quite a few of us here who actually flunked second grade. And for me, I flunked second grade, but I didn't talk. My teacher ended up calling my mom. Your kid's got all the answers written down here, but she won't say a word. And we worked through that. I didn't want to stay so afraid of being wrong. And the biggest thing that I is that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're wrong. It doesn't matter if you don't. Your people are counting on you. And as a leader, it's your job to step up, even if you don't have that answer, because they are relying on you. I'm gonna make mistakes. For all of you Gannett folks out there, I'm telling you right now. But as Screelock said, the more you fail, the more you learn. Leader doesn't mean that you always have those answers. It doesn't mean that you always know, but it means that you're putting your people first, and you're doing what needs to get done anyway. Thank you for giving me the foundation for leadership that I needed. You gave me the tools to take that back to my group and start.
Peter Tumaganak.
Morning, y'all.
Morning.
This is all new to me. Standing up right here. Step the last day. I've been working on it. It's still a work in process, getting better. So, this academy place, come and learn, sharpen up your fire skills, pass it on to the next generation. And I'd like to thank the cadre in a very, very good way. Thank you guys, and meeting all these new people here. So if we ever see each other out there on the fire line, don't be serious, you know. And that's all I got to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cadet Donovan Van Sleek.
Hello, everybody. Well, I'm not going to say anything silly.
Probably a good call, Donovan. I had a rough go the first couple of days. He's come around pretty good, I'd say.
www. Oh, wrong page. Mistakes. They are going to be made. I made mine the way jobs. Well, I've had a lot of nothing has ever been as the support that I've gotten through to believe in myself after learning in general. So I wanted to thank all of you for that. I made some friends, and that's pretty incredible. And I just want to leave you guys with my man, Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Have the imagination for reality. And I see that capability. Thank you.
Proud of you, Donovan.
Thank you, sir.
Way to come around, man. Lacey.
Good morning, Academy.
Good morning.
I was a little weak. Let's try that one more time.
Good morning.
You know, this morning, I had a speech prepared, right? But everyone that already came up and spoke kind of already hit, you know, a bit. So I'm gonna do my best not to echo everybody, you know, sitting down here. You know, I was super nervous walking in here today, but that voice helped ground me. So I just want to thank you again
for that. That was awesome. I just want to thank all of the incredibly talented cadre here. We tallied up the years, you know, in between all of you guys. It was something like 140 years, 40 years of shared experience between these individuals. So I felt like I was in an excellent place to learn that. But everyone sitting in front of me right here, right now, all have the same passion I did. And it was a lot of fun because on day one, I got to see everyone was boxed, you know, in their little comfort zone. And, you know, with this leadership training, you see some qualities come out, you know, each of these individuals, especially, you know, it helped me remember, you know, to humble myself. You know, thank you, Mr. Jones, you know, teach me all about humility, Mr. Streeloff. That's one of the things that I'm very thankful for. You know, I'm very, very passionate. I love learning and the same passion as I do. I'd say is it was a lot of fun getting, because I recognize I've worked with you guys on the fire line before, and all we have is just like looks, like getting to each other. We're just passing by, and you don't really know what the person is like, you know. So that's one other thing that I'm thankful for is coming here, is because you get to each of these individuals and, you know, figure out why. And so that's always, you know, a fun thing to learn about. So I'm very thankful to getting to learn about White Mountain, Copper River, C16. Is that right? That's my third time. Yeah, Copper River. Yeah, everyone. I've had a lot of fun here. I wish it was longer. I squeezed in a couple more classes. But yeah, that being, I just want to conclude. I was in the academy. This is my first time going to an academy. It's one of the greatest quotes that I heard in 2016 out of the Alaska Military Youth. Is eliminate the word try. Just forget all about vocabulary. Don't use it. It's better, you know, just forget, right? Just do your best. Don't try your best. Do your best. And one of the most powerful advice that I got out of the Military Youth Academy, and I want you guys to kind of like, because it helped me a lot. And another thing that I've been saying that I learned here: relax, keep in pace, and put away the pain, which is one of them, because, you know, you can apply that mentally and physically. And I think that's about all I had. Thank you guys for helping making it easier for me. Otherwise, I would. I don't like public speaking, believe it or not. I hate it. So that's why I was super nervous for keeping me grounded.
Ronald King. Priscilla Turpin.
First off, I would like to thank all of the cadre, the teachers, and anyone and everyone who helped. But staff at the Birchwood camp, I mean, let's just be honest, I know we are not the easiest. But I'm truly thankful for every second of hard work that you all have truly impacted all of our lives. So very much. I've just learned so much from this academy. I could be up here for 2 hours talking about everything. One of the ones that stick out, though, is that with leadership comes situations that and I need to get better and used to being uncomfortable, which is why, because like everyone else, I don't like public speaking unless I have time to memorize a script. Work on that. I think one of the most meaningful quotes from 9 days that I have heard was that a good leader is not necessarily someone who already, it's someone who is good at sharing the knowledge they do have, but who is also willing to get down and learn. I can honestly say that everything that the cadre has taught us in the class through their actions towards us. They don't just say, this is what you do. They do what they teach. And they say that the things that I have learned here, I will use and I will apply for the rest of my life.
Cadet.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to say the best for last. Just want to tell you all, as you see these people come up and speak, you might say, who stood up here before them said, might sound repetitive, but I want to recognize that it's not just an easy thing to say. It's not just them repeating what the last person said. We've done more than anything. That's why we come up here and we repeat ourselves. We want that known. The info gentlemen have given to us these past 9 days. It's going to serve us all greatly in our careers. When we come up here, we make our speeches short. Well, then we feel like there's a lack of time. Maybe it is just, right? I might carry on for a second. Unlike Mr. Lacey, I didn't prepare any prayer. You said you prepared.
I had a little outline.
Lots more than I had. But I didn't prepare because I didn't want to, or I forgot, or I prepared. Because these gentlemen, as far as myself go, me and a piece of paper, these gentlemen, and much like everyone else who's up here speaking, they deserve to hear what I have to say. From the 140 years of fire experience, trying to shove that, it's hard. We didn't make it easy on them. I know we didn't. I know we didn't. It's right there. And probably didn't absorb 140 years of it. We got a lot of it. Start mastering the basics, right? Master, we absorb as much as we possibly can from the gym. And droning on, I want to say, miss you guys, because it's going to be a second before we probably see you. I really do look forward to seeing you out here on the line. As much as you guys tell us that today that we're paving the way for the program, don't forget, you guys taught us. This is all for you guys. Really. This is an impossible thing without you. Don't forget that. I appreciate every single of every day that I got to spend with you gentlemen. And I know one of these ladies and gentlemen in these seats thinks the same thing. Thank you guys very much for this academy. You guys could all stand up and give a round of applause.
Academy, be seated.
Nice work, Greg.
At this point in time, we'll be introducing a couple of cadets. One for one and one for all. We don't single anybody out. We take a crew and we take our licks as a crew. We all suffer the consequences, good and bad, together. But we are looking that we would like to recognize, and Mr. Engelhart, take it away, sir.
So Section 1 Jones said, I wish I could give every one of you. The reality is the reward was having the opportunity to, and get this opportunity in leadership and compassion and groups and building that team and that foundation and those blocks, putting together, or as you're beating your face and starting to struggle and they're sliding underneath you and building you up, or locking arms together, knowing that one individual may be struggling more than the other, together with passion and heart. So I have the opportunity to present 2 awards. Is going to be for the most improved firefighter. Never gave up on his fellow cadets or cadre. They had a strong moral compass. They stepped up, power to demonstrate good leadership qualities. They took charge, led by example. They demonstrated heart, and compassion. That individual was so Spawn's getting a challenge coin and a pin. Again, congratulations on that. You can just hold here for one more. So the second individual, embodying our core values. So we read our core values. Obviously, we went over them as a crew. They've been referenced this morning. Which again, this graduation is for you guys. It's such a special thing. Try not to cry while cold stocking. I mean, it's amazing, you guys. So, body. This individual demonstrated pride and self-honesty. Chose the hard right. Commitments through self-sacrifice. Well, and this individual is Leah Edwin.
Thank you, cadets. Nice work.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
At this point in time, we're going to present the cadets get a graduation, their certificate for S-131, Firefighter 1, Leadership in Fire, and S-212, Wildfire Power Saws. And let's bring the crew bosses up, Daniel Skreloff and Chris Hansen. These are their immediate supervisors throughout the academy. They put every bit of knowledge got into their people. They stayed up late, came in early, and sat be a crew boss. which is no small feat. Take it away, gentlemen.
Thank you, sir. Alpha this morning. Mr. Akers. Cadet. Cadet. Now. Cadet Tyra. Cadet Janice. Cadet Grosbeck. Cadet Brooks. I just want to make sure I got the right one. Cadet Bennett. Okay, particularly to Alpha, amazing work this past week. Again, from seeing where you came in to where you are now, to hear the stories of where you're at, that you're essentially ready to step into these leadership positions. It lets us know that we've done our job. We've given you our 110%. And we look forward to you in these leadership roles in the future. Bravo. Great work as well.
That's all right, Chris. Organization is the difference in leadership that we all have to bring. Thinking that to be a good leader, you develop your own styles. So I got each one of these guys that I worked with as I bring you guys up. Platform. First up, this guy is an EFF, and right there put him at a little disadvantage. All you guys can't work group right away. He had to come in here and insert himself into a crewman task. It's not the easiest thing to do, but he did it with a great attitude, and he always saw yourself. He always spoke from his heart. I really appreciate that. So thank you, Greg. All right, this cadet who always had great input. He was the first to step up to make sure we're okay when we started to get this bug. You know, he was checking in all the time. Really enjoyed his company, and his input was always Kaddish and Tony. All right. He came down from Fairbanks with the White Mountain Crew. He's really fit, smart, all around good crew member, you know. And one day he said, I fly under the radar. I was like, well, that's not a leader, man. Speaking out a little bit more, and he showed it. Tom Kindler. Kindler! All right. This guy I really like, man. I admire people that don't talk like I put that as a superhuman trait. Somebody that can listen and gain all the knowledge that he does. This guy has a strong work ethic. His words when he spoke were positive. He always had a smile on his face, and he was just an absolute pleasure. Peter Tumagana.
Yeah.
All right. This individual, new firefighter, came to this academy with a strong willingness to learn. He was a sponge to the cadre. He heeded all of our advice. Hopefully, man, we've given you a strong foundation. I look forward to seeing you with a long fire career. I think you're going to fit in. Tyler Berlinski. All right. Up next here, we got a quiet cadet, another one, who was very attentive. He would step up to a new challenge. He would, every day he'd see stronger. And he had just a really strong work ethic. Always asked. Another one that I really enjoyed having around, Stefan. Oh, yeah. Steph, flip 2 pages. So you got the wrong. Right? That's how we keep learning. So we'll adjust that there in a minute. We'll trade. So obviously, as I'm talking about here now, this individual had a great attitude and eagerness to learn. If you took the time, always respectful. Always respectful. So, Vince Lee, come on up. Cleared up that a little mix up. This individual by far had the most experience out of the cadets to help mentor his fellow crew members. He always had his hope from his heart, and he always looked out for the well-being of his people. David. All right, this guy I had the privilege of working with last summer again. He always had a smile and a good attitude. Even throwing up, just smiling, and always had a comment, you know. And he's putting forth the effort, that wit that he has for the right moment. But remember to have around Curtis props. Gentlemen, all of them were an absolute pleasure. So let me say that, and all of them. He always had a smile, always attentive in class, work ethic, and a solid moral compass. I look forward to hopefully seeing him and fighting fire with him. Lee Edmond. All right, this young man, I should say, second, comes from a long line of firefighters, fire family. He's a stud, like his family is. He's got a strong work ethic to back it up. He's going to make a really good firefighter, and he's going to be a really strong leader in his near future, man. This young man showed up. Move along here. So this young man showed up. He had a lot of pride. And after that first shift, two attributes. It's going to make a really strong leader in the future. Look forward to see him grow his program. Look forward to seeing him carry the future Yukon crew here, Mr. King Lacey. All right, that's Bravo Squad. Made me proud. The whole academy made me proud. So, hold your head high. You accomplished something really great here today. So, this accomplished something really great. Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, 2020 State of Alaska Academy cadets. Good job, guys. Okay, our ceremony here. Again, thanks everybody that's here in person and then there in the virtual world, staying connected with us. Really appreciate it very much. And I'd like Emery for sending that traffic out into the world. You guys, thank you so much. right, we're gonna save the best for last. The colors, Academy colors. And they went on every PT. These are always given to an individual on their job description. An individual that commits their time and energy for the greater sacrifices, their personal time for the success of others. They go to one person and one person only. Academy, stand up. Academy, are you ready? Academy, let's say thank you, Carrie Hale. Carrie Hale, come forward, please. I'd like you to take these colors. Thank you for your work and contributions.
Well, you guys, kind of a surprise, and like most of you guys, I'd only speaking for the students. I'm really proud to be here today. It took a lot of work to put this together. My staff and I, almost a year. And logistics of putting this together and working with the cadre. It's really nice that we were able to be extremely experienced cadre that are also excellent mentors. I've spoken a lot about how we need new people. That's a lot, you know, for you guys to take on. Thank you for coming. And thank you for putting as much time and effort into this as we have. And I look forward to seeing all of you be successful in your lives as people. And I'm really excited for this to see you guys succeed, to give you the tools that you need to be successful, to be safe, to be effective, and to do best, right? Fight fire. So, thank you all, and thank you guys. It's really amazing. Thank you.
Right on, Gary. That concludes our graduation. I'd like to thank everybody that could attend. Appreciate you guys coming out and supporting these cadets. It's been said, you guys, super proud of all you. Go for it. Remember, be a good human, be a good firefighter, and you will succeed very much. Have a great day.